STAKK Nation, welcome back to the channel.
Champions.
If you haven't yet, as you see as the graphic is showing over there. Sorry. No. The graphic
Now it's good.
Okay.
Now you see me, now you don't.
Yes, well, please like the video, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, ladies and gentlemen. Why are you holding back your subscription for? You could really think of it as it costs you nothing. I mean, it does cost you nothing other than a click. But why are you being greedy with a like? Why is it costing you? You can subscribe to the channel and then just not watch the videos. The hate will be equally the same, you know. But if you're not subscribing, just to not subscribe, even though you're still probably watching the video or not watching the video, but you're not subscribed, then you see that you're just being petty as shit, you know. But it's okay. There's petty people out here, but you don't want to be the petty one, because we know that you're of a higher power.
Yeah, we know that you guys are watching.
Exactly.
Click the notification button too, by the way, so the next time we post a video,
yeah, that will be informed.
You'll be informed.
Yeah, or if you really don't like our videos, you definitely want to have the notification thing going so that when we post, you know that we have posted and you will not be watching it.
Actually, you can come and leave a comment and tell us how much you heard it.
Yes.
That's what we like, actually.
Yeah,
we want to see your comments.
Absolutely, man. Listen, I mean, it is a beautiful thing. We are out here trying to preach the gospel of Bitcoin, trying to get everyone to understand that they can take back control of their own value, you know. But on the other hand, there is a bunch of people who want to keep you guys in the dark, because we've been lied to about how money works forever. And now we see this gentleman here. I don't know what kind of
don't go after him. Don't go after him.
Huh?
Keep it simple, keep it soft and light.
No. I'm just saying, listen, man. If you're a black person and you leave the house without applying lotion, you'll be looking ashy. Everybody will be able to see you, understand? Anyway, listen, man. The stable coins are the biggest misnomers and oxymorons, says the New Zealand a central bank governor. Okay, the New Zealand central bank governor, whose name is Adrian. Okay, he recently branded stable coins the biggest misnomers and oxymorons. You see, or is also rejecting the notion that cryptocurrencies could serve as replacements for or supplement to central bank issued money. While this guy is saying this, it is already happening. And so, again, we see clean and clear how these people and their power is absolutely useless. Stable coins, not suitable, not a valuable substitute for money, he says. I'm just going to read this one paragraph here, and then we'll discuss what's going on. And of course, we'll see that there are many other boomers as well, which we're going to look at another article of another boomer who is still in denial. So you see, despite the rise of cryptocurrencies or stable coins as an alternative to fiat currency in some regions, stable coins are neither stable. What the hell? What does it mean by stable coins are neither stable coins are neither stable or a viable substitute for money, according to Adrian, the governor of the New Zealand Central Bank. He recently made these remarks during a preliminary committee meeting where he referred to stable coins as the biggest misnomers and oxymorons. Okay, I would like to actually combine this with something else as well. But before we do, Double O, what are your thoughts on that so far?
Well, when I saw this article, the first thing that I thought was, okay, yeah, not a surprise. Another central banker, right?
Right.
Says the competition.
Right.
So when you say the competition, you either compete or you blast your competition because of you have egos.
You don't compete or blast your competition.
Yeah.
It almost seems like the person who is spending time blasting their competition is because they do not have something.
You don't have a response.
Worthy, yeah.
To
compete.
Yeah, and you see that in sports, right?
Yeah.
You know, Instead of you get on the court and play against your competitor, you just get on the internet and talk shit.
I watch Formula One quite a bit, and one thing that the Formula One principals do when they realize that their team is winning is that they start snitching on other teams for everything.
Oh, he just went over the line.
yeah. He just crossed the line. When you realize that you don't have the pace to win. This is what we are looking at here, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then as I kept reading the article, right, I said, okay, all right, that's fine. Number one, why is Bitcoin.com picking up this article? Because if you look to the side of this page, it's just a bunch of anti-Bitcoin type articles. Like, okay, that's fine.
That's one thing. That's actually a very interesting something, man. I've never really understood what's going on with this with the crypto outlets, with the crypto news outlets.
Like, what side are you on?
Well, actually, I guess if you think about it, journalism is supposed to be neutral. So they're supposed to post it, regardless which side. You know what I mean? Just give the info and let the people decide. I think that's clean news. So as long as they're not heavy-handedly, kind of like Google's AI, where they're changing white people to black people. I don't know who that's supposed to make feel better.
Changing history, man.
Yeah, but carry on.
So the funny part is, yes, it's a central banker, right? Central banks must protect their turf,
right?
Understandable, but part of protecting your turf is understanding your competitor and then competing.
Yes.
So I think one of the strategy of competing is using the CBDC.
Yes.
Which somehow, one way or the other, they left out of this topic and then went for the gunner against USDT. There are other stablecoins out there, but USDT is the main stablecoin that is kicking butt.
Yes.
Now, I'm not sure if you want me to jump into this real quick. USDT is pegged to US Treasury. We know that is printed paper. It's pegged to gold. We know at least that's been 5,000 years of proved asset equity, but of course it's not. You can't move it around.
Yeah.
The utility is not as good as that of Bitcoin, but USDT has been so smart to start pegging to Bitcoin. You can't verify US Treasury and you cannot verify gold. But one thing you can verify with USDT is the amount of Bitcoin that they hold.
Yet they're under fire for not, I guess, outlining how their USDT is backed.
But the central bank, we cannot line how they are backed.
Yeah, and then they come after USDT for fostering money laundering. But we see that, is it UBS or one of these other banks?
Yeah,
is known for literally banking cartels. Like there is no secret about it. Like we know that this is we know this is bad money. We're going to bank it for you. So it's very interesting how these people look at these things, right?
There was something you said there. You said as good as the balance sheet of the person offering the stablecoin.
Yeah.
So they're saying that
the balance sheet of the person with the stablecoin is
like,
good.
oh, so who has the better balance sheet, USDT or your central bank?
Yeah, USDT has a better balance sheet, which they are definitely acknowledging as well. But it's not just them, because if you look here, you see that this article here, it's a bit of a tricky one because there's kind of two angles that I have on this one. However, I'm just going to touch on the one that is relevant to what we're talking about here. If you see this article, it says USDT is preferred over Bitcoin in Africa. Crypto experts suggest adoption pattern. Here's the thing.
There we go.
I know. Well, we're good. We can have a separate video to talk about that side of things. But I think that the people who wrote this, or maybe some of the Bitcoin maxis who were expressing this, are kind of shocked that people want to do USDT Bitcoin. Meanwhile, in their everyday lives, they're doing USD Bitcoin. So it's like someone with US dollars Bitcoin shocked that other people want to trade with USDT Bitcoin. It's always kind of boggled my mind. Why do the Maxis think that the rest of the world has to jump straight to Bitcoin? Why do they have a nice transition over where they
got it early? Because they got it early.
Exactly.
As that.
So a stable coin is needed. That's the bottom line.
But I find this article interesting. Okay. We've done several videos about how USDT brings the dollar to the tiniest little corners of the world.
Exactly.
Right? But because of Africa has been so colonized and most of the currency must go through the SWIFT system to touch the USD to convert to another local currency, that is why USDT is preferred, because they think it's stable.
Well, here's the thing. Despite all the currencies falling right now, which one is the most stable one? It's the US dollar still, right?
Yeah.
The US dollar is still the strongest one.
You know why, though, right?
Why would
Brentwood Agreement.
Yeah, exactly. But whatever the reason for it, right? If the US dollar is the most stable currency right now, and all these other countries have their currencies falling, why the heck on earth will other people not move to the US dollar to stop the falling of their money? The same way you're using dollars in the West, everybody else can use the dollar now. But we'll digress here. You see, these stable coins preferred over Bitcoin, but what I want to point out to you here is that all these other nations have come to the recognition that, hey, we would prefer to use this stable coin is good. It holds our value stable for now, which is what we want. And they are using it with no problems. So when this person over here says that stable coins are misnomers and oxymorons are not good, what are the disadvantages that they are giving here? Because nothing is outlined that is showing to be detrimental to the financial states of these people.
The answer is the balance sheet of the person offering the stable coin. USDT has a better balance sheet than America itself.
Yes, but
$4 trillion in debt.
Right.
Tell me how much debt USDT has.
They don't have that much. They don't have the debts that the US has. But that is exactly why I'm saying that. What are the negative reasons that these people would come out here and sit here and take out a whole article to let people know that USDT is stable coins are not good, right?
So there's the Smart Investor book that talked about leaving crumbs on the internet. I think this is one of those crumbs. They might be coming after USDT soon. Maybe that's what this is.
They'll definitely be coming after USDT, but the thing is that they're also going to fail at that one. That's what they just don't know yet. Let's add one more boomer to the equation before we finish the video. If you know Dave Ramsey,
Bitcoin.com is just coming after this, people.
Dave Ramsey's team insists crypto isn't a good investment, says it's risky for a lot of reasons. You know, the bad thing about picking a strong point and sticking with it, and then when you recognize that you are wrong, you don't change your ways, is that from the first point, when you refuse to change your ways, it only becomes more difficult to change your ways. Because now to change your ways, your credibility has to go down the drain. You see, personal finance expert and best-selling author Dave Ramsey's firm, Ramsey Solution, has maintained that crypto is not a good investment. We are not saying cryptocurrency is going to go away, and we are not saying it's horrible. What?
Yes, you're not investing.
If it's not horrible, then it's good. You cannot dabble in between and between good and bad while not being good and bad. Who are you people talking to? This is ridiculous. The stupidity that reigns in America is beyond my mind. I gotta tell y'all, when people hop on mainstream media and they believe that they can just say whatever they want and it should be taken as gospel because they're seen as the expert.
Privilege.
It's saddening to me. How can you say, in the same breath, that crypto is not a good investment? It is not a good investment, but at the same time, we're saying that it is not horrible. But as things stand today, just say no. Advise Dave Ramsey Solutions team. Okay.
Do you know that a lot of his team members have been leaving lately?
Well, because when the truth is touching your soul, you can either stay there and be the devilish liar, or you can go to the light. The light is shining. Ramsey is an old quack, man.
Quack, quack.
He really has nothing to offer us anymore. It's just the reality of it, because it has now come to the light that this fiat system as it existed is a scam. It's a total scam. So if it's a total scam, what can he teach us that is relevant? Because anything that he says, any sort of investment advice he gives you is going to be a losing option. Hold fiat and save, you're losing to inflation. Buy S&P is getting crushed by Bitcoin. Buy gold is getting crushed by Bitcoin. Buy real estate, please. Okay?
Don't even go there. You can't even buy one.
You know what I mean? So, what are we talking about? Meanwhile, if you are listening to this advice, you will see that just over the past year alone, you have lost 100% potential of gains from Bitcoin. In fact, you know what? Let me roll back here a little bit because I need to go and find this one image here.
Even if you were the investment type,
yes,
and you said you were going to get into Bitcoin as an investor,
yes,
and you said you were going to sell, you would still have had the better return on your investment.
Exactly. You would have definitely had a better return on your investment. This is why I think that this is why I get so pissed off about this. Okay, it's because the main objective of a financial advisor, of a financial influencer, of an investor, the number one goal is to make profit, is to improve, to generate returns on your investment.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you call yourself a financial advisor, or how is anything you're doing relevant if over the past year, looking at Bitcoin, S&P 25% up, gold 10% up, Bitcoin 112% up. You missed that. 112% to 25% on the S&P 500, right? If you're looking at it over the past 2 years, Bitcoin, you've missed 30. That's overall 30% move, right? Go 6% for gold, 16% for S&P. Now, Ramsey has been saying this garbage for a very long time. So let's say about 5 years now. If you're in the S&P for the past 5 years, you're looking at 80% gains, 50% if you're in gold, 1,230% if you're in
Say that again.
1,200%. But you know what? Just say no. Just say no to 1,230% in profit.
That's not horrible, man.
Over the past 5 years.
That's not horrible.
Listen. Over the past 14 years, S&P has returned 351%. Gold has returned 82%. Bitcoin has returned 1.7 billion with a B percent.
In your face.
And these people are sitting here trying to just say no to crypto investments.
I know why they're saying no. They think it's a get-rich-quick scheme. Those of us that are in the system,
how though?
Do we think it's get-rich scheme? When you sit through the entire bear market?
I mean, anyone could look at this stuff that Dave Ramsey is always pushing on his channel as get-rich-quick scheme as well.
No. Dave Ramsey believes that the road to wealth is slow and steady. Save, right? Put it in mutual funds.
Yeah.
Wait till retirement. But Dave Ramsey himself explained the scheme and the scam that we're in.
Yes.
Because the central banks do not want to let you know that they are stealing from you. That is why they try to keep the federal rate at 2%. That's stealing. The federal taxes and the state taxes, the money that they get to print, money that they didn't work for, that they get to print, it gets stolen from you. Then you wait till retirement. You give these big hedge funds that get to live in yachts and travel the world in private planes your money to put it in 401k, because that's what it tells you to do. Roth IRA, 401k, pay off your house. When you pay off your house, what do you give the money? The banks.
The bank, yeah.
You're literally getting everybody else richer but yourself, because you get to get rich slowly while they get rich.
Which actually,
faster.
that reminds me, Dave Ramsey actually does not believe in getting rich slow and steady. Because he did not get rich slow and steady. The stuff that he's preaching to people, I know what you're saying, and I get it. Like, yes, what he's preaching, you're right. What he's preaching is like wealth is slow and steady. But if you look at how he achieved his wealth, he was bankrupt at some point, right?
Because of real estate.
And it was not because he was slow and steady gains.
Nope.
He was
went all
taking
in.
maximum risk.
Yep.
And then he comes now on and tells you it's slow and steady.
And true.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of lies that we have been told in this society. It's going to require mindset shift, mental transformation, to be able to understand the importance of this superior money which we have here, which is supply, limited in supply, okay? Easy to move around the world. There is no borders. You take back control of your financial future.
Money that cannot be printed by no central bank anywhere.
Exactly. And that is why we are here, to help you understand the importance of this superior money that we have here, and to let you understand that you still have the right, your birth right, to exchange value with anyone across the globe anytime without intermediaries. Okay? There is this quote. Let me see. A quote directly from Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay? I would like to just read this one before we close this one out here. In fact, you know what? Maybe I'll actually make it a habit of mine to read this every time before we start a show. Okay, because I want to read this thing until
that would be a good way.
Yes, I would like to read this thing every time before we start a show until you people get it through your
brains, your fish brains.
Jesus Christ. You know the fish brain.
Actually, you know what? Some fishes are super smart.
No, sir. You're trying to...
A whale is smart. A whale is a fish, a type of fish. It's a mammal.
Oh, whales are smart.
Yeah.
I heard dolphins are smart too.
Exactly, a fish brain, you know?
What about sharks? Are they smart?
Heck yeah.
Oh. What about catfish?
Hey man, that thing eats everything.
Anyhow, listen, man. If you exercise your fish brain, you will become a strong brain.
Hey, that is why they tell you to have fish oil if you want to have good memory.
Oh, snap. Okay, yes, I like that. Yes. Wrapping the equation all the way around. Anyway, listen. I love it. Oh man, one day somebody's gonna come at us, man, because we are here just roasting people and then we just bounce back like it's nothing. Well, before you guys did it, we had been doing this. Anyway, this is what I want to read to you people. A purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash would allow online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. This is Satoshi Nakamoto on the original Bitcoin white paper. Digital signatures provide part of the solution, but the main benefits are lost if a trusted third party is still required to prevent double spending. We propose a solution to the double spending problem using a peer-to-peer network. The network timestamps transactions by hashing them into an ongoing chain of hash-based proof of work, forming a record that cannot be changed without redoing the proof of work. You understand? The longest chain not only serves as proof of the sequence of events witnessed, but proof that it came from the largest pool of CPU power, as the
energy, baby.
Energy, right? Exactly.
You gotta use it.
Exactly. As long as a majority of CPU power is controlled by nodes that are not cooperating to attack the network, they will generate the longest chain and outpace the attackers. That's 51%.
Get you a node, brothers and sisters.
Exactly. The network itself requires minimal structure. Messages are broadcast on a best effort basis, and nodes can leave and rejoin the network at will, accepting the longest proof of work chain as proof of what happened while they were gone.
This is why Bitcoin cannot be printed out of thin air.
Yes.
Let's do this at the end of every show.
I would like to do this at the end of every show.
We just keep repeating over and over and over again.
Yeah, I'm down for that, brother.
Until it gets into that fish brain.
Incredible. I'm for it. All right? Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an exciting one. We hope that you learned something. We hope that you found this informational, educational, anything else you want to add, double up.
It's about time Dave Ramsey and Central Bank of New Zealand gets Bitcoin into their fish brain.
Absolutely. Yes. They do need to get the Bitcoin into their fish brain. For sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Share it with your friends, especially your mother. Also tell her I said hi. Of course, we are also on X as STAKK, and of course on Spotify as STAKK, but we need to upload some more of these episodes of the Spotify.
Yeah.
I've been bullshitting around. I gotta get back on it. Lord help me. Anyway, until next time, brazen out.
Double O.